Good morning, good morning, everyone. We are back. The show is called TBR SSF Show, which simply means TBR Solution, the Sports Forum. It is myself, the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe. I'm solo today. I'm all by myself. No Pete, no Tabiki. Pete has a major problem in the area. ESCOM load shedding. So the internet connectivity is a bit of an issue. Tabiki started a new job. So yeah, good luck, good luck, good luck. A man has to work. A man has to work. But guess what? I'm with you. The Kaufela Sisonke. We are together on Sesam, Rotle, Singwe. The beat goes on. Let's move on with the show. There's quite a lot that we can discuss. We know that the coming game at top eight, it's Mamelodi Sundowns versus Orlando Pirates. First leg, and then there will also be second leg. A very good game, a prospect game. But this is one thing that I want us to discuss. I'm sure you know as much as I do. We don't know what's happening at Mamelodi Sundowns. We don't get the news. I went to their X page or their Twitter site to see whether there's anything that I can get there. But there are a lot of rumblings at Mamelodi Sundowns. And I always argue and say, give us the news. Give us the news. Shubi, you're my friend, man. Just give us the news. What's happening? Or maybe you're also bound by the team's policy, so you can't be able to say anything. All right? I'm saying we want to know what's happening at Mamelodi Sundowns. You know, Mamelodi Sundowns, I hold them in high regard pertaining to how do they conduct their things, especially the way they treat the players. But this time I'm very disappointed. I don't know the truth. Really, really, I don't know the truth. We know that Ribeiro might not sign with Mamelodi Sundowns. Khuliso Mudau may not sign. Shalulile may not sign. Shalulile, we are told that he's in Namibia. You know, what's happening? The worst one is the one of Khuliso Mudau. It's a rumor for now. That's why Mamelodi Sundowns says to give us the statement so that we know exactly what's happening, because we don't want to feed people wrong things. It is said Khuliso was one of the least paid players there at Mamelodi Sundowns. And if you look at the performance of Modau, it was one of those excellent performances. And guess what? We are told that he's in demand. Teams in Middle East, in the Arab world, they want him. And we are told that Mamelodi Sundowns does not want to accept the offer. One, we are told that they're saying he's part of the bigger plan. That would be good for me if they keep him, because we don't want to lose all our good players. We still want to see Mamelodi Sundowns going all the way. We want to see them performing well in the Club World Cup. So keeping all those players like Khuliso Mudau, and then it would be very good. Khuliso Mudau, as we speak, I think is the best right back now, currently in the world. Because I can imagine who does that one well. I remember there was Daniel Vess at some point. You know, there was no one at Daniel Vess's class. And then I just hope one day Messi is going to call him to join Inter Miami. But at this point in time, Khuliso Mudau is one of those, the best right back. So we hope that it's not true. Some people are labeling it the Saleng saga. You know, Saleng had a problem with Pirates. The issue, I think, was it centered around money or what? We absolutely, we absolutely don't know what's happening. So those are some of the things that we are not sure about. We are not sure what's happening. We are looking forward to see what's happening. So we hope things will be done correctly. Um, I really, really wish that there is no truth in the whole thing that Khuliso Mudau is underpaid. If Mamelodi Sundowns, they don't want to let him go, so give him what he's requiring, because football is a short career. Well, but knowing Mamelodi Sundowns, Motsepe has declared right from the beginning that he's going to make sure that the players are paid well, since it's a short career. And we know that now they've just given the players 27 million rand that they accumulated during the Club World Cup. So that is a sign that they are a team that take care of their players. So we just hope that is not true. But now, to 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 quell all this, it's all about the team. The team must issue statement. The team must tell us exactly what's happening. Because beating about the bush, not telling us what is happening, there will be a lot of speculations around. There will be a lot of speculations around. Like now, we hear all this thing that Khuliso Mudau was the least paid player at Mamelodi Sundowns. I don't know. I don't know how true is that. As much as I don't believe that. But there is no smoke without fire. So yeah, I hope it's not like that. And then Shalulile also apparently is being sought out by the teams in the Middle East or in the Arab world. So apparently requested not to come for training so that he can clear his mind. Because once a player has all those things happening, and then you can't be clear in your mind, and you need to be clear, and then you'll give your full performance. So tell us what's happening at Mamelodi Sundowns, but it's up to the management to tell us exactly what's happening, so that we quell the rumors. I know sometimes people would argue and say, no, the team belongs to the Mutsepe family. But guess what? The supporters have a right to know what's happening, because they invest with their time, emotions, and so on. So based on that, it's important to give them the news. And this nowadays, in this time, in this age, there's no way a person can say, no, we could not give them the news, because anything can give, whether Twitter or social media or go to the media. They also have their own podcasts. Give us the news. Let's hear what's happening. But it's not only that I'm worried about. Mamelodi Sundowns, you played Richards Bay this past Sunday, and guess what? The stadium wasn't not so full. Very disappointed in Mamelodi Sundowns supporters. Just contrast to a day before, Pirates game at Orlando Stadium, it was full to capacity, and Mamelodi Sundowns, it wasn't full. Motsepe has done a lot to you guys as supporters of Mamelodi Sundowns. He has all the necessary players that you want to prove that. I mean, you guys have won the league 8 times, and then you have now represented South Africa in the Club World Cup. You are the first team to go and represent us in that tournament. So that shows the involvement of Patrice Motsepe in ensuring that you as supporters, we know that supporters, they only want to win, nothing else. But now, if you guys don't go to the game, no, man, it's not good. Maleker, yeah, maybe I'll be with you on Saturday. Guys, you guys must go to the stadium. Don't watch television, because the fact that if you guys are at a stadium, you motivate the players. So the players, when they see you, they really play well, all right, because they know that they have the support. But if they don't see you, you are not there, you are not singing, you're not shouting their names. how do you expect them to put a very good performance? And like I said, the management is trying its best to get all the players that you want. They buy any player at Mamelodi Sundowns. And then, but as I said when I started, what's really happening at Mamelodi Sundowns, I hope the rumors are not correct. Yes, they're getting news that no, could not be the truth. No, tell us, issue a statement which is in your letterhead, and then we know that this is what is really happening at the team. Or maybe it's a question of you'll issue after you have settled the matter. Look at the story of Saleng. I think it was a very destabilizing story. It was destabilizing Pirates, it was destabilizing the player. And guess what? I saw Saleng being interviewed. Sometimes I'm disappointed at some of our colleagues, the journalists. I don't know what point are they trying to push. They were trying to push the boy maybe to praise Pirates or what, and he was not willing to do that. He just said, "Look, I don't want to go back to that situation. It was a very nasty situation, and I'm happy where I am. And then I don't want to talk about it. I think that was a good move for the young man, not to talk about that encounter or the experience. Okay, and us as journalists, as much as we support our teams, but I don't think we should go there with a sole purpose of trying to prove one wrong or one right. Let's go there and ask questions so that we can give the viewers the news. Big up to Saleng not to answer that question and stick to your guns to say, I'm happy now at Orbit, and then I'm happy to be back to play again. And then this brings me to what we discuss in our group with some of Chiefs fans. They hate Junior Mkhanye so much, and I don't know why do they hate Junior Mkhanye so much. And then my understanding is Junior put his point of view. And it is right to say, this is how I see things. And that's it. If you have a different view, put your different view. Shakes Mangoba Ngwenya put it nicely and said, guess what? Junior Kanye's got numbers. So that means all those people who are watching his show are happy about what he's saying. So they're happy about what he's saying. So we should run away from suppressing people to express their views. Look, we all have our views, even myself. Now I'm talking my views. Maybe you can have a different view and put your view, all right, and say, no, this is what I think is happening at Mamelodi Sundowns. To be honest with you, I don't know what's happening, but I hope and I just wish that is not what we are getting as rumors, okay? And hopefully the matter will be resolved very soon. But the good thing is Mamelodi Sundowns played like a solid team. And when they won 4-0. But I wonder whether they will beat Pirates. If Pirates play the way they played on Saturday, it's going to be very difficult for Mamelodi Sundowns. That's my issue. Maybe it's nice to see Mamelodi Sundowns versus Orlando Pirates because we were talking about the awards, and one of the question was, how do you see Makaula having beaten Allende or Mokwena on the midfield of the year? It was leaving a question mark. So yeah, it would be nice. Let's see what's happening. So maybe it's a new rivalry that is developing. Orlando Pirates and Mamelodi Sundowns. Yeah, so I don't know. What's your take? What do you think? What's happening at Mamelodi Sundowns? Do you think you really entitled to know? You need to be told what's happening. Shupi, let's get the news. What's happening at Mamelodi Sundowns? Give us the news. Let's understand what's happening because I'm sure the fans deserve to know. But in any way, congratulations for your win. And then, yeah. And then I also listened to Cardoso. His answers were a little bit worrying to me, maybe not to you. They were a little bit worrying. They were asking him about Nyoso, to say, are you going to have this player back at Mamelodi Sundowns? About all the players that I've mentioned, Then he said, the decision is not mine. The decision is, it's I take a view, the director of coaches take a view, and the board takes a view. I don't know what you understand there, all right? He takes a view, director of coaches take a view, and the board takes a view. Now, if I put my own spectacles with my own analysis and understanding, I think the man who makes a decision is director of coaching, Flemingberg. That's how I understand it. Because if Cardoso has a view, remember Cardoso was brought by him too. If you are brought by the guy who brought you, there's no way you can go against him. Why the issue of the board? I don't take it into consideration much, because who's the board? Is Dr. Motsepe and the chairman, Klopi. Well, we can see from a distance that Dr. Patrice Motsepe is fond of Flemingberg. So hence I'm saying, to me, it looks like Flemingberg is the one who's making a decision. I'm sure you know my standing position. I've always said, Mamelodi Sundowns, they need Peter Musimani, that's all. Because they're where they are is due to the hard work of Peter Musimani. But nevertheless, maybe you have your own view. That's my opinion, and allow me to have an opinion. I think that's what they need. Unfortunately, there's a feud between Peter Musimani and Dr. Patrice Motsepe. So I think that comes to the picture. But I like what Peter said at some point, to say, let's forget about this fight. I love Mamelodi Sundowns. Let me coach the team. I think that was the window, an olive branch, which I would have expected Sundowns to have taken. But I don't know what's happening. That is why my question is, what is happening at Mamelodi Sundowns? Tell us. So I'm sure you can be able to say what you think, what is happening. And like I said, I'll be very much disappointed if Khuliso Mudau he's not going to renew his contract with Mamelodi Sundowns. Because as far as I'm concerned, the boy plays his heart out for Mamelodi Sundowns. So it would be nice to see him signing and retiring at Mamelodi Sundowns. But guess what? It's not only him. My homeboy here, Shikambala, I'm not sure whether Sundowns, are they going to renew his contract or what? And then Shikambala has been with Mamelodi Sundowns for many years, and he loves the team. If I was in the shoes of the people who decided Mamelodi Sundowns, players like that one, I would want them to retire at the team, to become the legends of the team. Now, releasing them, now, are you saying where should they go? That's my question. Where should they go? I mean, Shikambala, you look at his age, of course, he can still add value to any team that he can go to. But you can see that Shikambala loves Mamelodi Sundowns. Well, that's a topic that Sundowns fans to decide, and also management. Look, our work is to reflect. I like what Zungu of Amazulu said. He said, I don't know whether it was Junior Kanye or who said, or Zo Vilagazu said they are using old players. Then he said that message hit home. And thereafter, we decided, no, we are going to sell all those players who are above 30 and get the young ones, all right? And then, and guess what? I watched Amazul. I hope you did. They played a very beautiful football. And big up to Arthur Zwane. You could see that they were playing with purpose. It's a team, and I cross fingers that Zung is not going to fire Arthur Zwane. I'm not saying this because I'm close to Arthur. I'm saying this looking at football. He played a brilliant football, Mangete, and I wish they keep him for longer. And then we'll see a lot of things happening at Mamelodi Sundowns. Somebody came up with an argument that Avazwane, when he was released by his Chiefs, he was at number 6. Came Nabi. Nabi could not qualify for top 8. So that's something that probably you need to look at. Look, we are a financial company, and then you know very well that we always educate about finance. So these are some of the books that we sell. One of them is this one, Secrets for Becoming Rich. This is a second edition. There's also first edition if you want to lay your hands to it. And then here's another book by a very good friend of mine, Dr. Darlene Small, who worked for the Reserve Bank for 33 years as an advisor to the governors of the Reserve Bank. He's an economist by profession. He wrote this beautiful book, How to Win the Wealth Game, The Art of Money. So that's a very book to lay your hand on. And then here's another one by Nom Summers Bugo, entrepreneur awakening with a drive. She's in the hospitality business, and then she's got a few businesses that she runs. And then another one is this one, How to Get Out of Bad Debts, Use Other People's Money and Resources to Get Rich. If you want to, to use other people's money and resources, this is the book that will definitely assist you to understand that part of understanding. Now, the other one is this one, How I Turned 500 Rand into a million rand business. You can do the same. And now, of course, I do believe that anyone can do it. If I could do it, why not? Why not you? So I'm sure anyone can do it. Yeah, you can lay a hand on it, and then the good thing about it, you can get it as a hard copy. You can also get it as an ebook on Amazon. So it's up to you how do you want it. Now, that was the Mamelodi Sundowns issue that I want us to discuss. And then I'm sure this Saturday we'll be discussing the game between Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates. And I hope to have Sundowns guys here, especially Maleke, a big Sundowns fans, and then to talk about that one. That would be very exciting. Now, I'm sure you know by now that all the time, whenever I do my show, I'll always do the Messi special and then check the news, what's happening with Lionel Messi. So yes, I'm gonna go there and then and share with you. And then I know that by now you know that Messi is got hamstring injury. Yesterday we got the news that it is not bad, but we are being told that he may not be available for 1 to 2 weeks. 1 to 2 weeks is too much, man. For Lionel Messi not to be there. So we'll watch the space and see what's happening. So those are the news that we get from Inter Miami, and then now let me share what Rodrigo de Paul said. He said immediately when he got injured, I got worried, and remember it was not only him who got worried. Us here as the fans, we got worried. Not only us as the fans, and then Rodrigo de Paul said us as the players were panicking because we cannot imagine it, us playing without him. We want him in the field of play. We want him happy. And then he said, remember he was substituted round about after 10 minutes. Then Rodrigo Paul said, during halftime, I just rushed to the locker room and then I went to him. I said, how are you doing, Leo? This is the statement there. And then he said, Messi. He responded by saying, don't worry, it's fine. It's a minor thing. It will be much, much better. It will be better. It will be fine very soon. We are looking forward, and it will be sad to lose a player of his caliber. We definitely want to see him The majority of us we watch because we watch MLS because of him. So yeah, we'll see what's happening and then what's gonna happen. So those are the news from MLS as far as Lionel Messi is concerned. And then now let me check let me share with you the prowess of Lionel Messi, so that you understand what are we talking about in terms of this guy. Remember, in terms of the Golden Boot, this guy has taken so much a Golden Boot. This morning I watched Neymar playing in Brazil, Santos versus Juventus. I think he has changed his game now, Neymar. No more doing the dribblings and so on. I think now he's focusing on creating spaces and so on. Yeah, so it was nice. But once you see a player of Neymar playing that football, you are not used to that. Sometimes some of us it was difficult to adjust to see Messi passing more than him dribbling. Messi would take 4 or 5 players easily, 6 players easily, and would enjoy that and score. We would score amazing goals. But now the game has changed. I remember with myself too, as I told you that I've been a Jomo fan since through and through. Jomo used to dribble a lot, and I used to enjoy his antics and so on. But once he started gaining weight, he changed his game. He started now specializing in passes, dead balls, vision, and so on. But you're not used to that. But he was still a great, the same. Yeah, this is Lionel Messi. I hope you see this one. The Golden Boot, 2015 to 2017 to 2018, he won 3 Golden Boot. And then 2010, 2011, and 2012, he won another 3 Golden Boot. Everything in three all the time. And then 2015, 2016, 2017, he won 3 IFF HS Playmaker as a midfielder now, no more striker. In terms of the Golden Boot as a striker. All right. So that's Lionel Messi for you. So that's why we say this man is a genius. And then in terms of these days, he scores 2 goals, which we call them brace. These are the braces that he scored with Barcelona, 137 brace. And then with Inter Miami, he has already scored 15 brace. With Argentina, he has done 13 brace. With PSG, he has done about 5 brace. So yeah, that's Lionel Messi for you. You well, I don't know. I enjoy watching his games. So I know people may say no, 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 and so on and so on. But for me, the man has proven that we want to see him. We want to see him for the upcoming World Cup, 2026 World Cup, and then maybe that will be his last World Cup. And then everybody's worried: is he gonna reach there, or what's gonna happen? We are watching the space very, very closely and see what's gonna happen. Yeah. So those are some of uh, the issues that we are looking. Those are some of the issues that we are looking at, and then so I hope you'll be able to see. Sorry about that. Some people were just giving me a call and finding out. Now, like I indicated to you that if you want to learn more about finance, just give us a shot, and then we'll take it from there. Come Saturday, we are talking Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates. How do we see the game? Who's going to win that one? At glance, I see Mamelodi Sundowns. Pirates doing well in this cup. So we'll watch the space. But you cannot rule Mamelodi Sundowns out, but we watch the space with so many players, regular players, not being there. That worries me a lot. All right. So thanks for watching, and then keep on subscribing, and please talk to others, and then let's watch the show, and then tell me what's your take. What do you think? What's your opinion? What do you think what's happening in Mamelodi Sundowns, including you as supporters? Why don't you attend the games? You should also attend the games, because I think Mamelodi Sundowns, they're trying their best by meeting your requirements, by making sure that they buy all the best players. They've just bought Basadina, one of the good left back. So yeah, man. So it was very embarrassing to see that Sundowns fans were not at the game. So I wish you guys you do. Please subscribe, like, and then comment. I just want your opinion. I think. Hi, everyone. I'm sure you are already in the year 2025, and then you are asking yourself, what are you going to do? Some of you have been working for many years, and then now you are contemplating of either resigning or going on retirement. And it looks scary. You're not sure what are you going to do, how are you going to survive. You're worried about your pension and so on and so on. Especially if you're a GPF member at the age of 55 and above, and you are in those situations. You are thinking, what's going to happen? Remember, the most important thing, you need to think about how can you save the little that you have, in terms of how do you avoid penalties. Because when you retire earlier than 60, you'll be penalized. How can you avoid that? Not to be penalized, not even a cent. You also want to make sure that you maximize in terms of the taxation. But get me right, tax applies to everyone. But you want to make sure that you are tax as little as you can. And you want to do all those things. You need somebody who's skilled, somebody who's trained to deal with finance, because tax avoidance is allowed. Because when you avoid tax, you use the tax law. Now, if you want to do that, to make sure that you save as much as you can, don't hesitate. Contact us, TBR Solution, or the bigger financial services, an authorized financial service provider. And then just say, please, I want you to assist me. I want to go out. So come and share knowledge with me. Now, no obligation. You don't have to make any obligation. Just listen to the facts. After listening to the facts, make a decision. Can listen to us, can listen to others, then so that you're exposed to various information, so that when you make a decision, it's an informed decision. Now, my name is the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe from TBR Solution. Here I'm representing the bigger financial services and authorized financial service provider. If you want to know how to get hold of us, just look at the WhatsApp number, drop us your contact via WhatsApp. We'll therefore come back to you. I thank you.